Will this make a difference for you? I won't be able to tell until post the recording. I'll go in and listen in. And, hello. Say hello, say hi, how are you? Jump in the chat box. Be sure to tag someone, let them know that we are on Shift Your Thinking Tuesdays, where we transform our inner experience to a phenomenal outer experience for 13 minutes of our time, of our day. We do it together. We connect, build, and share together. We are continuing our series from Dean Del Sesto, 200 Ways to Improve Your Lives. Shift Your Thinking. Be sure to subscribe to the mailer and get connected on all social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, at lasuperagent. Doing amazing things. And we are now on episode 58. And I am calling this one, you're going to love this one, Heart, you hear me? Heart versus head. Heart versus head. This is going to be so much fun. I almost don't need the book for this, but let's see what the author's tidbits are, you know, the gems, the bonuses he has to drop on this subject. But I tell you, I have my own ideas about it. And as always, I will lovingly share my own ideas. So let's see here. All right, here we go. I just want to make sure sound is good. Drop on. It is. Sound is good. Very good. 58, heart versus head. Yeah, I just had, you know, it's so funny because, well, let me say this, let me share this. This is about transparency. Shift Your Thinking is about transparency because, you know, I'm not immune, although I'm super agent, I'm certainly not immune to life's experiences. And I literally, after dropping off my son, I had a thought that came to my mind. I'm coming up to the light. And my mind went back about 8 years. Hey, Cal. Hey, Bartlett. Oh, how so cool. Shout out to my Instagram fam. My mind went back 8 years. And what came to mind was, as we're talking about heart versus head, what came to mind was, I am so glad I'm no longer there. I'm so glad I'm no longer there 8 years ago. And I was reflecting just on my morning routine 8 years ago. And this morning, that routine is different. That routine involves peace. That morning routine involves love. That morning routine involves my son, because he was not yet born. That morning routine involves driving a different car, and my heart has me here. My head had me there 8 years ago. I know why I was there 8 years ago is because my head, my mind was trying to justify and rationalize being in that space. And I wasn't listening to my heart. My heart knew that there needed to be a shift. There needed to be something different. There needed to be momentum. There needed to be forward movement. And so my heart has me here. So, heart versus head. The author says, follow your heart. It's smarter than you think. For those of you who are following along in this section, I'm on the section that says, follow your heart. It's smarter than you think. He says, heart versus head. Let's get ready to rumble. He says, no battle in the history of humankind has persisted with more intensity and duration than the internal battle of intellect versus emotion, thinking versus feeling. Ooh, this is going to be so good. We've all heard, he says, you should have gone with your heart. And we've also heard you should have used your head. There is no perfect, air quotes, for my listening audience, air quotes, there is no perfect formula for predicting outcomes, whether you use your head or your heart. He says, but the heart, the gut, the instinct, whatever you call it, is that innate thing you know. Listen to this. The innate thing you know, all in here, all in the gut, defines the true you in the midst of decision. Okay, let's stop and build there. Let's stop and build there, because scientifically, it's been a long battle between various schools of thoughts, heart versus mind, intellect versus feeling, thinking versus feeling. But here we've learned, and we're learning on this show, that the heart actually sends out electromagnetic waves 10 times further out than the mind does. I'm going to let you marinate on that. The heart can sense and feel further out than what the mind can pick up. Point in case, you walk into a room, you can feel the energy of the room before anyone opens their mouth. True or false? True or false? You can feel the energy of a room or a person before anyone opens their mouth. How many times have we been in situations where our gut is telling us the answer, and then 17 seconds in, our mind decides to rationalize us in or out? Right. Kel says, so true. Kel, are you coming to see me later, by the way? I love this subject right now. I love this. Heart versus head. Heart versus head. Thinking versus feeling. Because there are truly schools of thought that go to battle about this. And I'm a heart person. My heart has gotten me further. My head has gotten me in trouble. My head has gotten me in trouble. I'm just going to be completely transparent. When I'm thinking, because I'm over analytical, and we talked about this on the last episode, that your strengths can become your weaknesses. That for me, if I think so much, I go to analysis paralysis, meaning I'll think so much that I don't move or act on anything. You have to be careful, Lisa, if you are someone like myself who are thinking and you're an intellect. I'm sapio. I'm very sapio. I'm all in here. But what I am learning through Shift Your Thinking, pun intended, that I'm literally shifting my thinking into my heart space, into my heart chakra. Hey, King Charles, shout out to you. I'm literally shifting my thinking into my heart because I am operating usually from my mind. And I shared this before, I've tested gifted in academia and all that fun stuff. I'm a creative, I'm an avid reader, all that stuff that has to do with the mind. And I say that because it's all stuff, all that stuff. But what is important for me as I do my North Node work, that's advanced astrology for some of you. As I do my North Node work, what I came here to do is feel it. I came here to feel it. How many of you are on that same journey? Are you here to feel it? Some of you are here to think through it. I am here to feel it. So my shift your thinking involves the transformation of my heart chakra. Hey, Auntie Martha. So as I slow down my thoughts on this, as I slow down, and I receive this wholeheartedly, the heart versus mind. The author says, our strengths can be effective in making great progress and growth. Oh, excuse me. The author says, but the heart, the gut, the instinct, whatever you call it, is that innate thing defines the true you in the midst of decision. He says it goes against the grain of the needing others' approval, not wanting to make a mistake stigma that throws us into a tentative, dispassionate state of mind. Going with our heart also pulls us out of recycled thinking. I just said this. And allows the freedom to feel through our decisions into a driving force that is more sustainable than any other force. And that is passion. Ooh. This is why you hear me share about passion and purpose and being fired up. I have a whole lot of fire. The author says, so what's the upside of following your heart? I can tell you, but let's hear what he has to say. If you succeed, which you'll do more often, true, I just shared that, you'll confirm the approach and experience more joy, true, I've just said that, and life will have more depth, meaning, and fulfillment. Boom! This is what I just said. As I reflected 8 years ago on my morning routine, I was following my head 8 years ago. I'm following my heart now. And there's so much peace, joy, love, happiness. Peace, love, joy, happiness, success, fulfillment, purpose, intention, optimism. I'm living testimony to that, and I know I'm not the only one. I know you too have made some decisions that you have went with your intellect, with your mind. And the beautiful thing is that it's not a heart versus head, but I love to use the word heart-mind. Heart-mind. Because when you're feeling it, then it is the responsibility of the mind to act on what you are feeling. So he adds, if you fail, you'll learn from it, only to go with your heart and a bit more wisdom on the next go round. Not to backpedal, he says, but if the heart is really into something you're desiring, it will not only consult the head, it will also seek the advice of others to give your vision the highest chance of success. Using your heart is never an excuse to throw your head in the drawer. Ooh, that is so powerful. I have to read it again. Listen to this. Using your heart is never an excuse to throw your head into the drawer. And that summarizes what I just shared. It is not necessarily heart versus head, but it is heart mind. Feel your way through it beyond the 17 seconds of what you are feeling innately, instinctually in the gut. That, oh, I felt it. Oh, I felt it. And then your mind says, I know I should have went with what I felt. It is the heart mind. It is operating with the heart mind to act on what you feel. I'm just reiterating what I just shared. All right, y'all. I did start off a little late, but I trust you will forgive me and you will have a powerful and productive week. I love you. I love you. I love you. Be sure to connect with me on all social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, at lasuperagent. And I'll see you next week on Shift Your Thinking for episode 59. Love you.